What's up, you guys? I am back after a year. Yeah. And we're gonna switch it up just a little teeny tiny bit. So, big news, your girl's getting weight loss surgery. Yay! I'm excited, I'm scared, I'm nervous, but it's needed. So if you started following me or subscribed to me last year, I was doing a lot of, I started a fitness journey, primarily weightlifting, and I'll probably make a separate video just kind of getting into more detail about what has happened and what's going on in my life since last year, what's happened in the last year. But right now, I have my, I believe I'm starting stage 2 of the process today at 9:45. It's 8:47 right now. I have an appointment with my surgeon to, get the ball rolling. So far in the process, it's been pretty easy. And luckily for me, since I'm on state medical here in Washington State, I meet all the qualifications. My insurance doesn't give you a hard time with getting approved. So, quick overview of how this got started. My mentor had brought it up to me, and I was just telling her, like, I've tried before and I didn't qualify. It's 2024, and I probably talked to my doctor about this. Gosh, I can't remember how long ago. Let's just say like 5 years ago. I reached out to my doctor. I went to the doctor's office out in like Puyallup, somewhere that I don't usually go because, of course, I was in a hurry to get answers. And if you're familiar or you've tried to get weight loss surgery approval before, you had to have like type 1 or type 2 diabetes or some type of thyroid issue, some major, like something super like detrimental to your life. But now they still have those qualifications, but they added a third one if your BMI is over, I want to say 40. If your BMI is over 40%, then you could qualify. And mine is over 50. So I was definitely going to qualify. So I told my mentor, like, hey, I tried and I didn't qualify. And she was just like, you must not like help, do you? Or you must not want to be helped. Something like that. And I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I do. So I gave it another shot. I went to Melina's website, and I just searched their website for bariatric surgery, and I read through, basically their, the process and the qualifications, and everything on that little flyer that I read was telling me I was going to be able to do this. And so I had to talk to my primary care doctor, and then she had to give me a referral. So I go through Kaiser Permanente for everything. But Kaiser Permanente's bariatric department did not take my insurance. They don't take Molina. So I had to go on a hunt. Well, I didn't really have to go on a hunt. My primary care sent me a list of places to look at, but I just went to my Google Maps and searched bariatric. I went that way. I found a place. I called them. I asked I think I called a couple places. They either weren't taking new patients or they didn't take Molina. And so I found a place, which is the Multi-Care Center for Weight Loss in Tacoma. It's not far from here. That process got a little mixed up between my persistence and like just, anxiety of wanting it to happen. Sorry, I just got a message. I probably should have put this on Do Not Disturb. Okay, so I talked to Multi-Care Weight Loss Center. They needed a referral. This is editing, Tatiana. I am babbling and rambling. I recorded it off the top of my head and did it off the top of the dome, okay? So, but I didn't want to delete it because if you can manage to, then I help somebody out. But if not, you could just fast forward. So I went to get the labs done immediately after the appointment. But when I got to the office, the nurse there was like, she's like, well, you actually have to be fasting for 12 hours. I was like, well, why would they tell me to come today? So I went the next morning, first thing, got my labs done. Boom. I give it some time. I call Multi-Care. I'm like, hey, I got all my labs done and da-da-da. They're like, okay, well, now we're just waiting for authorization from Melina. I got a phone call from Melina saying, hey, you're approved. We just need to set an appointment for you to talk with a nurse or something like that. So they scheduled an appointment. Sometime later, a few days or like a week or so, I call Multi-Care. And I'm like, hey, I know I have an appointment today, but I don't know what time it's at. Yeah, that's what happened. I was so excited when I got the call from Melina that I thought it was Multi-Care. I didn't listen to who they were calling from or whatever. Even on my call log, it said Melina, but I'm just assuming it's Multi-Care. So I had that conversation, set up an appointment, and so I called Multi-Care, and I'm like, hey, I know I have an appointment today. I just don't know what time it's at. And they're like, we don't see any appointment. And I'm like, I'm so confused because I know I talked to somebody. I know I scheduled an appointment for today. And they're like, well, we're still waiting on authorization from Melina. I'm like, but the phone call that I got said that I got authorized by Melina. So they put me on hold. They do a little investigation or whatever. And then come to find out, the primary practitioner or whoever, Michelle, didn't sign off on my labs. So they never got sent off. So they got that squared away or whatever. I could be telling this out of order because I should have wrote it down and went through my calendar and stuff. So anywho, I had that first appointment, the consultation, basically. I did those labs. I got approved by my insurance. And then they got me scheduled, starting stage 2 now with the actual surgeon. So that's today in a little bit here, about 30 minutes. And I had to, let's see here. And then this is my letter that I got from Melina. And this is what they want for me. Melina received a request from your provider for the bariatric program stage 2. You are approved. So the dates for stage 2 is August 8th, 24 to August 8th, 25. So I have about a year, okay, to complete this. They want me to lose 5% of my weight by February the 4th, and that's my birthday month. According to the provider, your starting weight is 362.3. You must lose a minimum of 18.12 pounds to meet the goal weight of 344.18 pounds. And the 5% weight loss must be kept off until surgery. Mind you, I got this letter on August the 12th. It's September. And last week I was like 380 something pounds. So instead of me getting on my shit and losing, I've been living my best life. I've been living my best life. I've been stopping at fast food when I'm hungry. I'm eating ramen when I want to. Like, I'm like, girl, better get it out your system now, because your life is about to change. Okay. They require 12 registered dietitian visits. This is 2 visits every month for 6 months. They want me to keep a journal of my appointments, food intake, exercise, and weight loss progress. Monthly primary care provider or clinic nurse visits are required. At each visit, have your weight, blood pressure, and progress checked. Identify any barriers and review any suggestions for improving eating and exercise habits. And psychosocial assessment is required. Next steps: once the above programs are completed and the bariatric surgery center reviews documents from your provider, the surgery center will contact you to schedule your bariatric seminar, a follow-up psychosocial assessment, and consultation with the bariatric surgeon. And then I got a big old packet, another questionnaire asking me pretty much the same questions they already asked me. So you're probably going to be asked the same questions hundreds of times. I know it. I just know it. I'm not sure what to expect for the day, but I know the Lord is going to be with me. And, that's definitely another change, is that I've really been deep diving into my faith with God. And I haven't been talking to him lately. Like, when I tell you, when I got approved for this, I've just been letting the flesh live and be fleshy. Not gonna lie, I've been living all up in my flesh. I almost broke my celibacy to somebody who was not my husband and just clearly didn't deserve it, but I didn't. By the grace of God, it never happened. I tried a few times with this person. We tried a few times, and it just didn't happen. So I'm thankful to the Lord that I did not break my celibacy for some nothing ass nigga. Nothing ass nigga. Okay? So I'm gonna throw on some public appropriate clothes and get ready to head to my appointment. And I will be back. Okay, so I'm back home from my appointment. It went very well. It was very informative. And the process officially starts today, according to my doctor. Okay. So I have a nice, thick folder of information and stuff that I need to read. We scheduled about 4 appointments. I have a list of things to do. I'm excited, but I'm scared at the same time. This is life-changing, literally life-changing. This is like a checklist of things to do. Let's see. Yep, there's that. My after appointment summary. Updated medication list. This is just a list of labs I can go to. This is a test I have to do. I have a form I have to take back to my primary care provider that they need to sign and send back to me. I have to have like a up-to-date physical, have like a pap smear because I haven't had one in forever. I have a food and exercise log here. It's nice and thick for this long process we got ahead of us. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, water intake, 1 way to make tomorrow better, snacks, time, item, exercise activity, cravings response, how I'm feeling, and that's pretty much the same thing. I have someone to reach out if I have questions. Let's see. I have I'm pretty sure a nice overview of everything in there. And then, okay, this is bariatric surgery, pre-op goals tracking. So let's see. I need to lose 5% of my initial body weight. I need to be down to 344 pounds by February. Yeah, we've got a pathway navigation class. I've got more labs to do. The primary care clearance, that's what I was talking about. Bariatric evaluation. Let's see. Tests. So they just want me to do an EKG, but they're not requiring a sleep study. Yeah, see, it says your journey starts today. Lifestyle changes. Your diet. Cutting out using artificial sweeteners. Let's see. Aerobic exercise, 20 to 30 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week. You have to be sweating, breathing hard, etc. Practice eating 5 to 6 meals a day. Low carb. You can use artificial sweeteners like Splenda and stevia. Stop or cut back on carbonated drinks. I don't drink carbonated stuff. I hardly do energy drinks. I really, like, this is my best friend. Water. Let's see, nicotine free. Healthy evaluation, get ready for surgery. Medically supervised diet. Nutrition education modules. Oh, okay, so they said we don't do that no more. Yeah, this is all. Let's see, managing your current health prior to surgery. Talking about how we're not going to be able to take NSAIDs anymore, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medications. One of the surgeries says you can still take NSAIDs. I just can't remember. I'm still undecided on which surgery I'm gonna go with. At first, I was leaning towards the vertical sleeve because that's pretty common. The gastric bypass doesn't sound horrible, but I think I might go with a duodenal switch. I'm going to watch the seminar again that I watched at the beginning of this whole process. You know, I just have to have the decision on the actual surgery I want to have, obviously, before they request for authorization from my insurance to do the actual surgery. So yeah, my whole plan here, I want to vlog from beginning to end for anybody planning on starting this journey, because there's a lot of content out there. I primarily I use YouTube. I like to watch videos. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, so there is lots of content, but a lot of the YouTube content that I have come across start their vlog journey weeks before, like maybe 2 weeks before their surgery, and then everything after, but nobody really documented too much of everything prior. And you know, I want to be vulnerable and transparent about how I'm feeling, you know, if I'm struggling, you know, and stuff like that. I feel like the beginning of the journey is just as important as the actual surgery and life after. You know, this is the pre-games. People don't just skip the pre-games and then watch, you know, what is it called? The playoffs, right? They don't just skip to the playoffs. Some people do, I'm sure, but anywho. So yeah, that's where I'm at. It's gonna be tough, but I'm ready for the new chapter. I'm definitely ready for the new chapter.